Hi, good morning. Happy Thursday. Come on in. Say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. Getting my camera set. There. Anyway, say hi. Let me know where you're watching from if you would, please. I am going to get us brought up on my iPad so that I can see comments when there are some. Let's see. Ah, there it is. My camera set. Let me turn this down. My granddaughter's been using it. Okay. All right already. I think I'm ready. My granddaughter's here this week. She cleaned up my table and everything yesterday. So I hope I've got what I need here because she did it after I had everything set up for my live. Good morning, Cheryl. How are you? So, hope you're doing good. We are around here, I think. I think I've got my camera stand set back up right. Hey, Candy, how are you? Long time no see. Hey, Janice. Good to see you guys. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is mix up some resin. We're going to be doing a book cover today. Let's see. All right, I think I got it together, you guys. I'm going to be using the IOD Trimmings 1 mold, just this one section of it, and it says I need 26 milligrams. Well, with my cup markers, there's 30, so I did a mark halfway in between. Hope I'll get it right. Hey, Susan, how are you? I hope this will be cute. I haven't done it before, but it should be. All right, there's my part A. I'm using amazing casting resin. I love it for molds. Love it, love it. All right, I think I've got that somewhat equal amounts. Hey, Nikki, thank you very much. I need to do a new one of these signs, but if you can read that with all the stuff in between it, if you do that, I'd appreciate it. So, let's get going. I need to set my timer. Alexa, set timer for 30 seconds, please. So you only stir this.
30 seconds, starting now.
You only stir this for 30 seconds. And you'll feel the cup start to heat up as you do that. This stuff is really quick. Hope you guys had a nice New Year's Day. And everything is going well so far in 2025. Alexa, stop. So you see, it doesn't take hardly any stirring. So, I'm going to fill my mold and try not to spill it all over, but it won't matter much if I do. I'll just have to trim it off. And hope I've got the right amount approximately for filling what I want in this mold. I've got enough and not a whole lot of extra. Okay, that looks pretty close. I've got some extra, so I'm going to go ahead and pour in this next one as far as this goes anyway. And then I'll just set it aside and save it for later. Don't want my resin to go to waste. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. This will set up in 5 to 10 minutes, and it'll start turning a cloudy white as it sets up. I got my book from Dollar Tree. So I paid a whole whopping $1.25 for it. So this is going to be a pretty cheap craft. Take the cover off, and the first thing I'm going to do is base coat it all with Waverly chalk paint and plaster, and I'm pretty sure it's going to take a couple coats. So we'll get going on that. And I will read some comments in a minute while this is drying. I had a book that I did a few years ago, and my grandson broke some of the molds that was on it this weekend. Not that it mattered. I'd had it on my coffee table for a long time, so. And I'm going to paint the front and the back, even though I could leave the back blue, because I'm going to use this new piece of rice paper. It's one of the new downloadable prints. So I downloaded that yesterday or the day before, I don't know, day before I think. And that's what I'm going to use on the front. But I think I'll paint the whole book the white. I'll go ahead and do my spine, then I'll dry this and get the front and the spine all done before I do the back. This was about the right size of book that I wanted. We've got a resale shop I could have went to and looked through all the books, but I don't know if I'd have got it much cheaper or if I'd have got the size I wanted. Get the edges. Okay, let's dry that and I'll talk to you guys before I put on a second coat. Smooth that out a little bit. All right. So what's everybody up to? Hey, Linda, how are you? Hey, Gloria, good to see you. And Rhonda, Marcella, hi. Thank you very much, Rhonda, for those stars. I really appreciate that. Helps a lot. Hey, Anita, I don't think I said good morning to you. Susan, I think I did, but if I didn't. Hey, Miss Melissa, thank you, girl. I'm going to do a book using some new downloadable print, which you probably just saw in my IOD mold. So hopefully it's going to turn out cute. You have a good day, girl. So after this, I've got to clean up my mess, of course, and then I've got exercise. So run to Walmart, pick up a prescription, and all that stuff. So busy day. Seems like I don't get time to rest anymore, which is okay. And my camera is sinking. Ugh. I don't know what is with the thing. Maybe I need a new one. It works fine, and then I move it from my reels, and it still works fine, and all of a sudden it starts sinking, and I turn the knob to tighten it up as tight as I can get it, and it still sinks. Right now we're just cutting off the top of my head, so I'm not gonna worry about it. One thing about chalk paint, it dries fast. I think that's pretty well dry. Feels like it is. So I'm gonna give it my second coat. So I like the way Allie organized my table, actually. It's just a few little things, like I don't know where the lid to my toothpick shaker is, and she spilled all my water that I had in my thing for washing my brushes, and she just left it. She said it'd dry, so I cleaned that up. But yeah, but other than that, she did a good job. She tried, bless her heart. I'm applying the second coat, and it's going to be covered, so it doesn't much matter. Make sure my hot glue gun is on. It is not. Let me try that again. I hope she hasn't unplugged it. And she has. Okay. There we go. Now, sorry you guys. I still don't have any. I think that's the cord to my glue gun. It is, so why is it not working? Well, she must have unplugged the rest too. The extension cord thing that it's in. And that's back behind my table, so we'll try to get by with some stick fast. Oh dear. I should have checked that sooner. I didn't think about that getting unplugged. My dryer works. Oh well. She meant well. My throat went dry all of a sudden, excuse me. It feels good and dry, so we're gonna go ahead and do the back. And you know, if you had a color on the back that you didn't mind it being, you wouldn't even have to do the back, so. This plaster is just kind of a nice, soft off-white. And now that I've flipped the book, I'm seeing some edges I should have done. And I will. Looks like the inside of the cover that will show. I think I'm gonna maybe change brushes to do that. Probably should anyway. The pages of my book will probably stick shut, but that's okay. I'm not planning on reading it. Dry this and give it a second coat, and then there's one more little edge I need to get. But I don't want to do that until this is dry. I think. That's good so far. Try that real quick. Hey, Happy New Year, Janice. Hey, Judy Snowy, huh? I heard this morning that we've got snow and freezing rain coming Sunday, and that's when my son's supposed to be coming to pick up Allie, but we'll see how that goes. Hey, Virginia, Happy New Year. It is a book. Yep. I have not done a book for a long time. Long time. I thought I would. This one's going to be with rice paper and some stenciling. A second coat because the back will be showing, so I want it to be covered a little better. Just using a 1-inch Bates foam brush to apply my chalk paint. Okay, I'm going to dry this, and then I'm going to use a different brush to get my edges that are going to show. And my mold will be about ready to be released. It only takes 5 to 10 minutes, so I probably could release it now, but I'll give it another minute or two. All right. Hey, my glue gun is on. All righty. Whoopee. Don't know what happened there, but okay. I'll take it. All right. Just gonna go ahead and paint the end of my book because I'm gonna tie it shut anyway. Side. Okay. Almost ready to start doing something besides base coating, you guys. All right. Turn that over and get the other edges that I missed. Because I don't want that blue to show. One last little edge. All right, let's see. Yeah, this is the front of the book. So I'm gonna flip it over. I want to go to the back. And I'm going to use a stencil from Melissa's Background Textures. I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to use some, let me put a lid on this. 3/4 fillet. I'm going to use some Waverly Truffle. And I want it pretty well dry brushed. Plate, stencil brush. And I got a plate now, I'm just dipping into the paint. But anyway, I will work it up into the bristles using my plate. And then I'm going to offload on my shop towel. Quite a little bit. Okay. Getting really light, so I better get a little more paint. This almost gives it a look other than the shape like somebody had stepped on it. Just putting the pattern on there kind of random. All right. So this is going to be the back of my book. Then, turning it over. Make it so this is going to face you. And I'm going to take my trim out. Just kind of pop it out. I think that this will fit, yeah, on the back of my book. I'm going to paint it, but I think that'll fit fine. And it's still flexible, which is good. Take my other piece out, just pop it out. I've got that for later, and it will get harder and less flexible. There's really no cleanup. I went over in a few places, and you just pop that right out. So easy peasy. All right, turn it your way, because this would be the front. Yes, all right. Got this piece of rice paper, and I figured out yesterday, kind of, sort of, I think, where I want it to be. So I'm going to cut that out. Or do I want to tear it? No, I want to cut it. I just kind of made a crease in the paper when I laid it on my book as to where I wanted it to be. If I wanted to be precise, I should have got my paper cutter over here. Anyway, you guys, this download is called Digital Exquisite Flower Box, and I have a link to it. I have my affiliate link for Decoupage Central in the comments. So if you're ever interested in anything from Decoupage Central, which I highly recommend, anytime you can use my affiliate code, I would really appreciate that, guys. But on the other hand, I know there are a lot of choices of whose code to use, so, you know, I understand that. See if that's gonna fit. I don't want it covering my spine. I don't. And I need to cut a little more off of the bottom, which I could sand off, but I'll go ahead and cut it off. All right, before I apply that, I'm going to take my little hand sander dealie and sand a little bit off back where it would be worn. And I'm going to be adding some Kills Dark wax to that. But I want it to have a worn look where anybody would have been maybe holding the book. In particular. Back edges. All right. I'll apply my dark wax in a minute, but I'm going to go ahead and put my sheet of rice paper on, and I am going to use Fusion Tough Coat Matte to apply it. You can use any sealer. The main reason I'm using this instead of Mod Podge is my Mod Podge is getting kind of gunky. I'm getting to the bottom of it, and kind of has lumps. I need to get some more, so I'll use this, which works just as well, actually, if maybe not even better. So, and this is the matte Tough Coat. I did the floor of my booth when I first got a booth and stenciled it and put that Tough Coat on it. And it's been almost 3 years and it still looks like new. So it's good stuff. I think this is so pretty. I got several of the new printables that just came out. They are awesome, guys. I have some rice paper that I use that I got from Amazon, and it's not letter size. So I always have to cut it back. When I put it in my printer, I lay some letter size over it and trim it up to the size I want it. I've just got an inkjet printer, and it works fine. I don't have any problems. But if you haven't seen the new spring papers that Decoupage Central just came out with, you need to check them out. They are awesome. Just right on there. And I'll have a little excess to sand off. Gonna dry that and then sand it back, and then I'm gonna add some more Tough Coat as a top coat, just a little over the rice paper. Don't have it obviously real good right there. Or there. I didn't do my edges very well, evidently. Then That one's good, and that one appears to be good. And the top coat will help it lay down too. Isn't that a beautiful piece of rice paper, you guys? I think it's so awesome. Really pretty. Not too springy and just right. Although if we're going to start getting snow and ice, I'm definitely ready for spring. Alright, I'm going to put another light coat over the top of it. And this is matte, so it's not going to add any shine, which is good. Some of that, well, some of that I forgot I need to sand off, but seal it down a little better. It's a good thing about doing a top coat. It also helps it seal down even more. All right, I'm putting that in some water. I'm done with that. In fact, I'm done with anything paint-wise. Just gonna need some wax. No, I'm not done with anything paint-wise. I gotta paint my trim for the spine. I am in love with this rice paper. I really am, you guys. Let's see. I think I need to sand some off right there. Now that's good. Loving it, loving it. Yeah, there's some on the side too. That goes over the edge. That, yeah, it's down. Okay. Alrighty. I'm loving that. So pretty. So pretty. I'm gonna lay that aside and get another brush. Now I'm gonna paint this in the plaster color. I am obsessed with IOD molds using the quick cast resin, I gotta tell you. Okay. It was already white, but I wanted it to be the same color as my book, which is an off-white. So put that in some water and dry this. sure this dry. I want to put some wax on it. You guys, if you have any questions, if I miss them, I will answer them sometime later today. I always sit down and read them all. I enjoy seeing all your comments. All right, I think that's dry. I'm going to take my Kills Dark wax. And I think I'm going to start out using my finger. Just kind of get the high points. This is a fun break from using wood. All right. That's really cute. It's got little berries, kind of. I'm going to take a stencil brush, 5/8 inch one. And use some Kills Dark wax. Around all my edges. And I'm kind of going to put some on my book pages to make them look old. Dirty. Make sure I get all my edges. I want it to be particularly dirty. Corners. All right. That's enough dirty, I think. Now maybe I should kind of go over this and get some of it down in the... All right. We are going to put hot glue on the back of this, I hope. Yep, we are. From this way so you can see it. Want it being faced to, ouch. wax right here on the edges. Want that so stark white. There's our spine of our book. Now I am going to use some jute. I've got this jute that's a little bigger. I'll wrap it around several times. Tie this on top here. Just a knot. Make my edges a wee bit shorter. I've got a button somewhere. There it is. Just a little kind of tan button. Right there. Put that down a little bit. Then I'm thinking, let's see if I'm gonna like this or not. Come on. Okay. That, like so. And here we go, guys. Isn't that cute? I love it. I love it. Hey, thank you for joining me, you guys. I will be doing reels probably every day the rest of the week, and then be back live again on Tuesday. But I've got several of the new downloadable rice papers, plus some of the new ones that I ordered, and I want to show you those. Thank you. I think it was cute. It was fun. It was something different to do, and it was fun. So, hey, you guys, you have a great rest of your day and a great weekend, and I'll see you live next week. Thanks. Love you guys. Bye-bye.